This episode of the Fire Alarm Insider is proudly brought to you by Security Securities, your trusted partner in firearm and security solutions, protecting lives and businesses one system at a time. Welcome to the Fire Alarm Insider. This is the podcast where we dive deep into the world of fire alarm systems, life safety, and the businesses of keeping communities secure. I'm your host, Anthony T. Richardson, and I am licensed by the New York State to install and maintain fire alarm and security systems, and I'm here to share some insights, some tips, some strategies to help you thrive in this essential industry. In today's episode, we'll be talking about why it is important to build a personal brand for your service-based business. If you're struggling to build an elite profile, if you're suffering from imposter syndrome, or you don't know how to run an effective ad campaign, this episode will answer some of the most frequently asked questions you have and break through the barriers of you becoming a brand architect. So stay tuned for some expert advice, some real-world examples, plus some actionable takeaways. So let's jump straight into the first topic. How do you develop a polished and professional social media profile? Well, what you want to do is you want to match your profile pictures, your banners, your scheme, your colors, your text, your fonts. You want to be able to strategize exactly what you're going to be using across all of your social media platforms, and that all needs to be the same. So if you're going to use navy blue as your background, then navy blue needs to be the background for all of your social media platforms, your website, different shades of blue, however your text is, your formats, your images need to be high quality. You need to have a good, high-quality profile picture. When you take this picture, you want to show a little bit of teeth. You want to show a little bit of those white eyes. You want to show a good, happy face, a good, clean, happy face. And it doesn't matter what you look like, because we all have our insecurities, we all have our flaws, and we all have our beautiful things that we like about ourselves. But what we don't understand is people like people. So have a nice smile and show the whites of your teeth and whites of your eyes. You also want to craft a clear and engaging bio. You don't want something random. You want to say specifically what it is that you're doing. I am the fire alarm expert. I help you get your systems installed in 90 days or less. It's not going to be 90 days. It depends on the size of the system. But you want to be very, very specific in what you're doing within your business. You help people do X. What it is that you're doing. What are you the expert as in your field? So if it's for a fire alarm, definitely I'm going to be saying I am the expert. I'm going to take you from A to Z when it comes to installing your system. I'm going to let you know it's going to take 18 months. It's not going to be fast. I'm going to let you know once we submit it, it's going to probably be 3 to 4 months before we hear back from the fire department. So don't keep calling me asking me what the process is. I already told you what it was. It's going to take some time. And then there's no way to speed anything up unless you're trying to pay more money. So you have to understand what your market is in order for you to come up with a clear, concise message. And the last thing after that, you want to include relevant links. You want to be able to send them back either to your landing page, a lead magnet, your website, your sign-up page, your sign-up form, or link tree. You want to be able to send them somewhere that they could move on to the next step, especially if you're sending them off site. You want to send them and give them a lead magnet. You want to give them something, for free, maybe a downloadable cheat sheet, maybe a free camera, maybe a free assessment, maybe an ebook, whatever it is. You want to give them something for free as your lead magnet to pull them in closer into your business. So the hardest thing for me was to start sharing what I knew to the world. The reason why it was so hard for me, because I feared that I didn't know much about fire alarm, which I've been in the business 20-something years, but you always have some self-doubt. So when it comes to putting yourself out there in front of people, you fall victim to judgment and what other people are going to think and what other people are going to say. I had to build up those walls that it doesn't matter what these non-avatars people who I don't know say or feel. I know what I'm speaking is truth. I know what I'm saying is right, and it's going to resonate with the people who feel the same way. And good or bad, it's going to boost you up. So it doesn't really matter what you say. The skin is thick. So you can say what you want. I'm where I'm at because I know what I know, and I'm trying to transfer that information over to you. because now that leads me over to my second topic of how you could effectively brand yourself out there in this market, especially if you're a service-based business. This is a very difficult topic right here, right, for most of us, right, and that's that imposter syndrome. So there's many different things that I can do, from cutting hair to installing systems to explaining you about marketing to creating videos, effects, and all of these different things that I in myself know how to do, that I do on a daily basis. But for me to actually break it down in a step-by-step format, it feels like I'm being phony. It feels like I don't know what I'm doing when I actually do know what I'm doing. So I had to actually push through that, because you have to understand the people that's close to you, that's around you, that say, damn, man, yo, you be knowing, or you be doing, you be giving me the answers, or you be solving whatever problem that you be solving for me, you be having the answers. So if these people are telling you, then the world will tell you the same thing. So a lot of times it's not believing in yourself. And me being black, a lot of times I felt that I didn't deserve the money that I was getting or the money that I was going after. So I used to self-sabotage myself and whatnot. So I say that to say that if you believe in yourself, and a lot of things that you do think in your mind is 100% false. So push through whatever imposter syndrome you're feeling, whatever anxiety, whatever awkwardness. You can record videos and don't post it. You can record the video and look at it on your phone and see if it fits whatever standards you think it fits, or, they see too much of your face. People really don't care. It's not the thing that people want. It's the person doing the thing that people want. Because we could all be able to cut hair, and we could all be able to be nice in cutting hair. But if I'm the person teaching you how to cut hair, then it's going to make me the better person than the person who's actually probably better than me in cutting hair. You understand? So put yourself out there, right? So you want to stop feeling like you don't need to fake it, and you want to be more open and admitting where you need improvement. Just listen, I'm no expert. I want to start an astrophysicist, and I'm going to get these books here, and I'm going to start reading these chapters. I'm going to digest this information. I'm going to start creating videos and see if I can break it down to you. In a sense, you actually learning on the low. You really actually learning on the low by doing that and actually sharing what you learned. So you actually digesting what you just read, and now you regurgitating it out to see if you actually understand what you just read. And most of the times you actually do understand it. So it's pushing through what we think we're not to become somebody who we want to be. So you can do that. Incorporate a little storytelling inside of that. Incorporate your life when it comes to that storytelling, not giving all the good nuggets, really the personal nuggets within your life, but the experience that took you from one place to another. You want to share those types of stories, and you want to set that up in some type of strategy. They use the word like content pillars. Now, what a content pillar is just what you're going to be talking about. So if they say 5 or 6 or 4 different type of content pillars, that means 4 different things you're going to be talking about. So if you have a strategy of 3 or 4 different things you're going to be talking about, then you could break that content down even more by including storytelling inside of that type of framework. So what I talk about is fire alarm. We're going to be talking about a little bit of security. Then we're going to be talking about business. And then we're going to be talking about marketing. So those 4 different things I'm going to be talking about in a lot of different details when I get to these topics. So you have to break down what it is you want to speak about on a daily basis, and then pull from that little notebook, and then deliver your message, however you're going to deliver your message. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. You start figuring out how to actually angle the camera, how to actually start, shooting the video, what script you need to write, what the hook is, what the content is, and how to close it. You'll start understanding how to do all of those things. So start somewhere. It's all about practice and getting out yourself to become someone else. So here's a quick message from our sponsor. Security is here to help your business reach new heights, whether it's fire alarm installation or smart home integration. We've got the tools and expertise to help you get ahead of the game. Visit our website, www.securitysecurities.com, to learn more. That's www.securitysecurities.com. I'll see you there. Now, once you get through from feeling like you some type of imposter, now you're going to want to try to get in front of more people, and that's running an effective ad campaign. So now this is not gambling. When you understand what the science is behind running your ads, you need to understand how much it actually costs to acquire a customer. Now, it's not really hard math. We have templates, we have spreadsheets to help you figure these things out. All you got to do is plug the numbers in and to give you what you should be paying for your ads. And you don't have to have a lot of money. I use anywhere between $50 and $100 at a time to run ads. And when I get more money, I run more money. I'm still in the process of really learning because I'm still feeling I'm on like that. If it's a measurement between 0 and 100, because I'm from the hood. So if it's a measurement between 0 from 100, I'm like at 60, 70%, still feeling like it's a gamble. But inside of me, I know it's not a gamble. But I'm trying to get rid of all of that emotion and feeling so that way I can actually put more money into marketing, because sometimes I'll be looking like, yeah, I can just drop $1,000, $2,000. I'm not doing that. I'm going to do $200. So I'm going to do that. But I have to still feel like I don't believe in myself. So I'm out here trying to push through these things so I can do this. I'm showing you that I'm struggling the same as you, and all we got to do is just push through that. I know I'm talking what I'm talking, so that's why I'm trying to get in front of more people, get out that fearness and connect with the people that need to hear this, so that way I can get them from being stuck to unstuck. They could go from A to B, or they could be like, oh, yes, that's exactly what I need. That's going to give me that motivation, whatever that fire is, and then they're going to start doing what they need to do. So running ads is not a gamble. It's a science, and once you learn how to break down the details, you'll stop throwing your money away on any ads. So how to run an ad campaign that actually converts. I want you to say goodbye to all the guesswork and say hello to a new way or a smarter way to run your ads. So I'm going to show you how you can define your target. And it's very, very simple, because I used to get this wrong. I never understood what they meant by how do you define your target. So in essence, I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible. If you're looking for entrepreneurs, say that. If you're looking for people who's trying to lose weight, say that. If you're looking for people who has low credit score, say that. That's how you find your target market. So if I'm selling weight loss products and I'm looking for people who's looking to, lose a little belly fat or lose a little weight, I'm going to say, hey, if you're looking to lose a little weight, or if you're looking to shave off 10 pounds in the next 30 days, like, you want to call that out. That's how you find your target market. So whatever business that you're in, you want to call out your avatar. You want to call out the people. So when they hear that, they go, hey, oh shit, that's me. He's talking to me. And it'd be millions of people that feel exactly the same way. So that's how you define your target audience. You call them out. Whoever you're looking for, if you're looking for homeowners, property managers, entrepreneurs, small business owners, whatever you're looking for, call them out. And then you want to craft a compelling ad campaign. And the easy way to do this is, most of us are not expert at copywriting. We don't have a team of people helping us come up with content, right? So whatever business you're in, all you want to do is look at what is working. The only thing that's going to be different is your branding. So you look at a post that's generating leads because they're doing well, however they're doing well within their business, and you click on their ad, and you find that their ad, has whatever their branding colors is. You already know you're not going to use their colors because you're going to have your own branding colors. However, if they have a picture at the top right, you're going to have your picture at the top right. If they have text at the top left, whatever that font is, you're going to do the same thing. If they have their price on the bottom right, then you're going to do the same thing. And then you're going to mimic the same style and feel and treat it as a theme. That's what you're going to do. You're going to treat it as a theme and then put your information on it. You're not copying. You're taking inspiration from something that's working and applying it to your business. So you're not reinventing the wheel. You're already just taking something that's working, applying you, and then shooting it back out there to see if it works for you. That's how you're able to, do a little bit more market research on the people or your competitors that are out there. And once you do that, you want to just start setting goals for yourself. Once you find out these ads are working, now you want to figure out, before you even want to do that, you really want to set a budget. But you want to figure out how many people you want to reach per month, how many people you want to close per month. So if you want to reach 100,000 people and close 100 people, how much is that going to cost you? So you have to figure these things out in order for you to determine your budget. So before we wrap this up, I want to reflect on how these strategies can empower your business, become a brand architect, can make you an expert in your field and an expert in any field. Once you solve multiple problems, it'll start to increase your revenues for being that expert. So as an expert, you don't just solve one problem, you solve many problems. This is what takes you to the top, because people look for you for the answers. So become the expert within your field. It's very important. You don't have to be the best salesman. All you have to do is actually literally be the smartest person within your field, or seem to be the smart. That's all. Just put out the best content the best way you can in an educational type format, and this will help you deliver your message to people so that way they can either repeat the process or give you more information on how you can make your shit better. All right. I want to thank you for tuning into this episode of the Fire Alarm Insider. I hope you gained some valuable insight and something that you can take away and actually put into action today. If not, just let me know so that way I can do better within the next one, so that way I can give you the information that you actually need instead of rambling left and right, so that way you can go from A to B quickly. All right. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fire Alarm Insider on your favorite podcast platform and follow us for updates and bonus content. For Fire Alarm Solutions, visit our sponsor at Secure Securities. That's Secure Securities, www.secureitsecurities.com. Appreciate you. Catch you in the next episode. Peace.